And that's exactly what's happening in the United States of America today.
Just to be clear, I'm not trying to confuse anybody. I was trying to point out that there seems a glaring double standard in how law enforcement and Congress talks about these incidents. These are white supremacist terrorist acts over and over and over in which people are being murdered. And I was trying to offer a hypothetical. If it were a different group, I feel like it would be a red alarm, fire, a 4-alarm fire. But let me move on, because during one of the debates, your 2020 opponent, Governor Jay Inslee of Washington, said that President Trump is a, quote, white nationalist. That was a fairly stark accusation. Do you agree with that? Do you think President Trump is a white nationalist?
Yes, I do. And again, from some of the record that I just recited to you, the things that he has said, both as a candidate and then as the President of the United States, this cannot be open for debate. And you, as well as I, have a responsibility to call that out, to make sure that the American people understand what is being done in their name by the person who holds the highest position of public trust in this land. He does not even pretend to respect our differences or to understand that we are all created equal. He is saying that some people are inherently defective or dangerous, reminiscent of something that you might hear in the Third Reich, not something that you expect in the United States of America, based on their religion, based on their sexual orientation, based on their immigration status, based on the countries that they come from, calling those in Africa shithole nations, and saying that he'd like to have more immigration from Nordic countries, the whitest place on planet Earth today. So again, let's be very clear about what is causing this and who the president is. He is an open, avowed racist and is encouraging more racism in this country. And this is incredibly dangerous for the United States of America right now. All of us have a responsibility to stand up and be counted on this issue.
You went home to El Paso yesterday after the shooting to spend some time with your wife and your children. There are a lot of parents across the country right now trying to talk to their kids about this, or even debating whether or not they should tell their kids about it. What did you tell your kids about what happened in El Paso?
I was laying down with my youngest, Henry, who is 8 years old, and he was asking me question after question after question about why this is happening. For him, and really frankly for me, it is so hard to believe that this happened in El Paso. It's one of the safest places in America, and safe in large part because of our differences. A quarter of those with whom we live were born somewhere else, chose this country, made us better by their presence. Why is this happening here? Why would somebody come to our community? I don't know how he got here, but it's a 10, 11, 12-hour drive to come here in order to do this. Some of this I've explained to you in terms of what our president has done, in terms of this environment of racism in this country. Really hard, though, for a child to understand why anyone would do this to anyone else. But my responsibility, your responsibility, is to make this better for Henry and for the generations that follow ours. They need to know that we knew exactly what was happening, and in the face of that, we stood up and did the right thing. And I'm 100% focused on doing that right now.
All right, former Congressman Beto O'Rourke from his home city of El Paso, a city that is grieving today. Good luck to you and your fellow citizens. It is a horrible day, and we're all thinking about you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Jake.
We're learning more about the deadly shooting in Dayton, Ohio as well. That shooter targeted people outdoors in a downtown entertainment district.